Hello, everyone, and welcome back. After a short break for the holidays, we're back to building here in Kurejandi in the using the Nordheim map from the Map Pack 3 Creator Content Pack. Just to level set a little bit, we've got about 6,500 people at population, or we have about $157,000. Right now in our industries, we have our farming industry built out to a level 3, as well as our forestry industry that is built out to a level 3 as well. We will need to expand those two industries in this episode. In order to do that, we are going to purchase this tile right over here, in which we can build out our oil industry and our ore industry. Both of those will be using an import model where we don't actually export anything from the ground. We just put up storage containers, import the resources, and then create the products. And then we need to also put a subdivision over here on top of this hill. You can see in the green RCI scales that we do need to grow our population. So we are going to do that right over here. I think this will be a great place for us to do that. We'll need to do a little terraforming there to set that up. But let me start off by running a road off this roundabout, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that will get us our starting grid for the top of this hill over here. We do want to create a district here. We want all of our subdivisions to have some type of theme to them. So let's get this painted up and we'll start using those districts throughout the rest of the build. And there you go, our farming industry leveled up to a level 4. So we'll be looking at that shortly and seeing how we can improve or what we need to do to increase the productivity in that industry. So let's get finished here. So we're Grove Square. Just want to remind everybody, if you have any questions or you have any name suggestions, please let me know. I'm more happy to change those. We're going to use Modern City Center right here as the as the motif for the genre for this subdivision. The one thing I do like to do is to use these pedestrian area plazas as kind of gateways to denote when you're coming into a subdivision like this. So let's put one here at these entrances to the subdivision, and one here. And one here. Oh, I don't think that's going to work. That's pretty bad. I'm going to try to fix that. If I can't, we're just going to delete this and move on. So after multiple tries, I could not fix that. So we have just deleted that plaza. I do want to put a couple of parks in here to make this look very appealing. I don't want that park. This is the park. Yeah, the one with the lake here. Take the here, and I think one right down here. And I think that will give us room right here in the middle where we can put us a regular vanilla park right here. Okay, very good. And so the next thing I want to do is I do want to put a library over here kind of in the center of the community, just to try to give a little prominence. What kind of feature that lets us know we're kind of in the middle of the beginning of the subdivision. So let's put that right here. Oh, not that road, this road here. Yeah, that road right there. Okay, there you go. There we go. We finally decided on that. Okay. Next thing we have to do is we have to get this zone in with some residential and some commercial zoning. So let me do that and I will get back right to you once we are done. All right, now that we got our zoning in, we're going to let this area fill out and populate up some while we go over here and start working on buying a new tile so we can expand our resources industries, especially oil and ore. So I think right over here, there's a couple of tiles available. I think this one right here is probably our best option as it's going to get us down onto the water where later in the game, we're going to be able to build a port. So I do want to put the industry as close as I can to the port so that it helps with our import and export. So we are running a little bit low on funds. So before we start building that out, we only have about $15,000, $16,000 in the bank before we start building out the oil and ore industry. Let's take a look at our farming industry, which we are actually just leveled up to level 4. It's got about 46,000 production, about 560 workers. It's got 157 jobs available. That still only gets us 777, so we need to get to 800. Next, in the forestry, our production is good, but we still need about 55 workers. We have about 107 jobs available, but we can that's enough to get us over the top, but we can push this along by creating a few more jobs. And we can do that by building out a new biomass paper plant. So let's get one here. Got to get it in the right place. Space is really limited. I'm gonna have to build out a new area for forestry probably to get us up to level 5, but we'll figure that out. Right now, I'm just trying to get to level 4, so we can go over here to Crest Hills in this area over here. I think that we can put it right there. And now that we have a couple of dollars in the bank, we want to start working on building out the oil and the ore industry. So we're going to go right up this road right here, but let me do that and get it built in, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is set the oil industry up. We do that by putting an oil building, administrative building right here, and this opens up a couple of things for us. We are not using extractors, we're only using processors. So in this case, we're only going to put in some storage tanks and we will import the oil. The oil will feed it to the extractor, to the processors, and the processors will produce the products that we can sell or use in other products. So let's put a oil tank right here, and right here. And we will need to set all 3 of these to fill, not balance, but fill. And that way people, trucks will come in and start filling these up. We'll get them set to fill here. And then we'll get a little electricity coming from down here. And this will be a good signal for trucks to start coming into our area. But I think before we do that, we have enough money? We do not have enough money yet. We do need to put a processor in here. Let's see if we have, oh, we do have enough money. We put that, we can start off with one. Find a good place for it. I want to make sure I leave enough room for barracks around the admin building, although we can use the other side of the road for that. So let's start off with just putting one in the general vicinity of these oil tanks, so they have easy access to them. And so as you can see, we now have trucks coming into the oil area carrying oil. We can catch one of these guys right here, and he is coming over there. They will be dumping these up, and you can tell all 3 oil tanks are now being filled up, and soon that processor will start to get oil, and they'll start to make petroleum. So the next thing I want to do is build the ore industry in this area right over here. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get our ore administration building put in right here, and this is going to unlock our processors and our storage units, so we can start building those out. We got $38,000, so we can put in a couple of storage units for sure. Find out a good place to put those. This area is going to be really, really tight. Yeah. Not really liking how we're going to put this in here. This area is going to be very small anyway. These ore storage units are so large, especially as compared to the oil tankers that we have. So let's try to fit one over here. We're going to do a little more terraforming to get this area a little bit bigger. So I think what I think is that we're going to have to take this road right here. We're going to take that road out. Yeah. I got to leave room for the barracks when it gets up to the level 2. So I like to usually keep those around the administration building somewhere. So it just makes sense that that was big where they are. So we'll put one there, and then I think we'll have to draw a road here. And then we'll put another storage unit right here. And have to build another road. Right here. A little water in there. And right there. Now we need to put in a couple of processors, and this is going to be these grinding facilities. They actually help produce metal. So these grinding mills, they help produce metal. So we'll put one here. We probably need to get 3 in here in order to get us a good start here. Trying to fit these in between these storage unit and this and the road. The first and the third one work. The last one does not. I think we'll have to try to figure out a way to get that third one in there. But we are a little short on cash anyway. Uh, there we go. We just got bumped up. Now we can get it, and we'll just put it right there. Okay, right next to that other one. So we got 3 processors. We are going to need to make these put these on fill so that they will import the ore that we need. And with that, I think that this episode is going to be coming to a close. Although there's one other thing, do want to try to get to the 7,500 population mark, which is our next milestone, unlock some things for us. So we're only about 35 or 40 people away from doing that. So let's hang out for a minute. And while I have you here, I just want to say thank you very much for watching this episode and watching the channel. I truly appreciate it. If you want to know more about our content, or you want to, if you like what the content, please subscribe. And if you want to know when we have new content coming out, hit the notification bell, or just give us a like. That's probably one of the best things you can do. And also, please leave comments. Anything that you have to say for just the sake of engagement, please let us know. And I'll answer to all the comments. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I'm just out here doing this willy-nilly. So we have 7,500 people, and that gives us our new tile and some other things that we have. So since we met that goal, I want to thank you again for joining, and I will catch you next time. This is Ken with Ken Tays Plays.